Okay, good morning. We're in an uplifting mood. I'm wearing orange because it is National Gun Violence Awareness Day. And you were saying about a thing that just was on.
I was watching CNN this morning, and they were showing this new PSA or commercial from the Newtown Foundation, and it shows the soldier coming home, from serving overseas, coming in to surprise his wife. He comes up to her at the dining room table, and puts his hands on her shoulders. She's sitting in front of the computer crying because she's watching a video of her daughter who had just been killed by gun violence. And it drives home the point that more people are killed from gun violence than by war every year.
Right. And you were saying the anchor came back
they
shedding tears. And
Breonna Keeler just had tears streaming down her face when they came back.
I'm wearing orange because the first one I saw on Twitter that asked us to today was someone who lost their mom at Sandy Hook. Mm-hmm. We forget about the teachers too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! And we ended the show yesterday with this: two foster children broke into a Florida home Tuesday and used the guns they found inside to shoot at officers who arrived at the scene. They were 12 and 14. One of them was an AK-47 because you can find that in just laying around almost any home. Yeah. So, and then I felt that fog of depression that I'm like, oh, we aren't going to get that or anything else done, anything on gun safety because of the filibuster.
Yep.
And then I was enraged anew at Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema. Okay, I don't know. What I don't know. There's what AG from Mueller She Wrote is coming up. I'm very excited about this. Yeah. We quote her all the time. Our buddy on she has a great new podcast network. But anyway, everybody's trying to come up with ideas. I know Al Franken and Norm Ornstein have been working. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if there are ways to convince people to at least amend it, change it just for voting rights, because we're done. We are done if we don't pass voting rights. Yeah. I was watching, Mark Elias on TV. Like, we can do lawsuits state by state by state by state. It's like playing whack-a-mole now with this ongoing coup that is just...
and a Supreme Court that's not going to support us.
Right. Where was I? I was trying to find the AG. She had an idea. Hang on. She has an idea, as she does. It's in her...
She's very good.
Hold, please.
It's in her prep.
Yes, it's in my other prep. Pardon me. She said... she was saying... she said, I wonder if we could convince a couple of Republican senators to make up for Manchin and Sinema to vote to mini-nuke the filibuster only for voting rights bills, since voter suppression bills prevent some Republicans from voting too. And he said yes. She said yes. We should still keep the pressure on Manchin and Sinema. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I don't know. So people are trying to figure out it's just endlessly frustrating. But also, here's the other thing. I know we always talk about this. Who was on TV last night just talking about... That's why I don't want to get into full-on Democrat bashing too, as frustrated as we all are, because they're our only path to save our democracy. Be very clear. The Democratic Party... Who is it? On Rachel's show. Hold, please. I have a lot of...
Oh, my God.
I have a lot of prep today, Travis. It's everywhere.
There's stuff happening.
We need to have index tabs or something.
Yes, something. Hold, please. Okay. All right. I'll get to it.
Goodness.
Yes. Well, it's really important that this is the only path we have, is the Democratic Party, literally. And, Kimberly Johnson, who everybody loved yesterday on the big show.
Yes.
Start Me Out podcast. I feel like we don't have enough people with the sense of urgency about what is actually happening. I think a few people, Rachel Maddow, obviously one of them, people like Bob and Kimberly, others, but I've misplaced everything everywhere. I also have a Kimberly.
Do we need
Here it is. I've got it. Nobody help mommy. Okay. Nobody help. Look at this.
We can't help you.
It's starting to scab over.
Yes, my arm is scabbing from my Jamie incident.
Good.
Okay. All right. Yes, Kimberly said democracy is not guaranteed. If GOP takes the House, Democrats who win will never be certified. We're on the edge of a cliff, people. Now 2022 is as important as November 2020. And I know the wisdom is we tend to we go to sleep for midterms. We're just like, oh, thank God, Trump's gone, Biden's in, everything's good. And then we're going to lose literally this time everything. Ian Milheiser, our old friend, says it seems bad that the guy who had the nuclear codes for 4 years and who a third of the country wants to install as a dictator is mentally unstable. That seems like that might be right. Just when he really is Phil the villain. Husband sleeping with the enemy, Glenn Close in the bathtub. Like don't you think like when he would just go away when we voted him out and it's like it's worse than ever.
No.
He's a really psychopathic ex-husband.
Yes.
Just stalking the country, won't shut the up.
Remember when I said that we are about to break up with a narcissist?
Yes.
When we voted him out?
Yes.
This is what a narcissist does.
We could take shut the up Donnie out of the instant replay because
Shut the up, Donnie.
A narcissist
We use
ingratiates himself
Right.
into your life for the rest of your life if you let him.
okay. Yes, this is exactly. This is what I'm
Yes.
saying. We thought we would be done with stuff like that, but he will not ever.
Shut the up, Donnie.
No, we need it more than ever now. We
Yes.
play it more than ever. Oh, thank you. Yes, Richard Ciarelli said the same thing, although I think this was too mild. Trump is a malignant narcissist sociopath, a pathology further enhanced by chronic drug abuse and neurological decline. There is no cure, and it will worsen. He is also a desperate and uninformed moron. He's destroyed a major party and must be stopped before he destroys our democracy. There is, National Review, the conservative outlet, confirmed Maggie Haberman at the New York Times outlet that Trump really does believe that he's going to be, what's the word, reinstalled
Was it
in August.
Sasquatch that put in the August date into his head, and that's why he's fixating on it?
No,
Mike
pillow
Lindell.
guy,
Pillow guy, that's
pillow
right.
guy.
I read that yesterday. Okay,
the guy
you're
that
right.
sells pillows,
Yep.
the crack addict, former crack addict that sells pillows,
Not
is
a
the guy that-
constitutional scholar.
right? Okay, so that guy is okay, but the guy that is it a third of the country? Yes, a third of the country. They're also coming apart at the seams. This is another episode of Fight, Fight, Fight. You're all awful. Big bag of rats.
What do you root for?
Roger Stone said today Steve Bannon blackmailed Trump into giving him a pardon because he wouldn't have done it otherwise after Bannon said Trump had Alzheimer's, that he wasn't a billionaire, and he called him a scumbag. Oh, fight, fight, fight. They challenged each other to a duel.
It's not the best thing for the country.
My God.
It's not.
Oh, and so that there will be a what did he say, Travis? So that there would be civility, he wants Alex Jones to moderate the debate.
How about Dan Badandi?
To bring a voice of reason into it. That's who you first would think.
Let's get Dan Badandi to do that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is the state of affairs this morning. Okay. So, let's see. Here, this made me feel teensy better. Lawrence Tribe said Republicans make up just 25% of the voting population. This means Trump's real support is only 75 times 25%. In other words, 18.75% of the population. So Republicans need Trump worship to get through their primaries, but they need voter suppression and fraud to defeat Democrats.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. I mean, our buddy Dino Badala pointed out, remember we talked about what just happened in New Mexico?
Right.
Democrat won in a landslide before all these laws are in. Because I know the common wisdom is always the, president whose party gets in, the next, historically they should win a ton of House seats. But I think there was such a fear and a backlash coming, and that's what they see. But yeah, Dino Badala said, this is great. New Mexico Republicans blame Trump's election lies for low GOP turnout in special election. Yes, fight, fight, fight. You're all awful. You're all a big bag of rats. Continue to fight each other and don't turn out because Donald Trump is right. It's all fraud. This is what happened in Georgia, right? I mean, there's so many factions, there's so many factors in 2022 that but I am terrified. Am I the only one that's terrified? Okay. Also, do you think this is going to bother, what with it being failed blog week at Mar-a-Blago?
Yeah.
Well, it's more successful than any infrastructure week he ever put on.
That's true.
True.
That is true. Point of
Okay.
order, Chris LeBoy.
Thank
Yes.
you.
President Biden tweeted, unemployment claims are down 50% and 64% of adults are vaccinated since I took office. That's progress. That is not just progress. That's amazing. We're in the middle of an amazing turnaround in this country, thanks to President Biden. West Wing report says job growth in the first 5 months of 2021 has already exceeded each entire year of the Trump era. OMG. And all the statistics are right there for you to see. Do you think that bothers failed blogger?
Former guy.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. Okay. Where was I? Hang on. Wait. There's more. Yes. Under Adine, also under Trump, the job growth per month was 197,000. Today's jobs report shows that in May, the U.S. economy added 559,000 jobs. This is 100% because President Biden and his administration were able to contain and reduce COVID. Bingo. Okay. Oh, here it is. I found it. Matthew Dowd was who was on Joy Reid. And he said, as I said on Joy Reid, the Democratic Party is the only vehicle today to stop the autocracy movement and save our democracy. We all need to step up and overwhelm the dangerous GOP. Yeah, that's okay. Because it's just Mark Elias talking about the voting laws. He said, and in particular, I know people are starting to ask, why can't we stop this fraud in Arizona? This is really dangerous. And they're already saying, we're going to do it in Pennsylvania and whatever. It's really dangerous that they have the actual physical control of ballots and machines, which can't be used anymore.
Right.
And they can say they got any result that they want to, obviously. So anyway, Mark Elias said, do I think it violates federal law? Yeah, I do. Because federal law requires that the ballots in federal elections be kept for 22 months after the election. These ballots have essentially been tainted. Do I think it violates state law in some of these states? Yeah. I mean, Merrick Garland, step on up.
Yeah.
Like, we got to, state by state, step on up. We've got to stop this because, we're busy laughing at it because it's such a clown show and so ridiculous. But it's dangerous, and it's going to incite more violence, as we keep talking about. The only proof we have this morning, Travis, that God loves us and wants us to be happy is that Rudy Giuliani did a commercial for the MyPillow guy and apparently was not aware that they make... Go ahead.
Slippers.
They make slippers! MyPillow makes slippers, everybody!
Did he really do a commercial for MyPillow?
Oh, yeah, we have the whole thing. Do you want to
I've
hear
been
the whole
sleeping
thing?
on my pillows for some time. I love them. They're simply the very best pillows ever made.
Simply the best.
But I just found out that they also have a wide assortment of other incredible products like their mattress toppers, sheets, towels, and slippers.
Slippers!
And more!
Slippers.
Holy Toledo! Slippers! Slippers! Succotash! They have slippers, Chris! I mean, do we even need to do a commercial for the Steph store? I mean, the shirts are flying off the right. Look at this. Look at it. Get your face
Look
up
at
there.
that.
Get your face up there. Look. We have them for Team Pfizer, Team J&J. We are all Team Vaccine here. We have amazing.
That's right.
And you can get it on everything. Right, Chris? Not just shirts.
Bath mats, shower curtains. You can get it on art, a clock. You can get a
Duvet.
selfie bomb on a clock.
We have Stephanie Miller swag. We have sexy liberal swag. And, of course, all the vaccine shirts. Get it now. StephanieMiller.com. Whee!